Hey Kobi,
Hello.
how are you?
It's a difficult question these times. Usually it's a very easy question. It's the easiest question. How are you became one of the most complex question people can ask me. I'm fine in a way, but things are far from being fine everywhere around me. So it's a complex question.
You are talking to public radio, Radiónica for 8 cities. The last time I had the pleasure to have contact with Orphaned Land was back in the 2013. I spoke with Balbus, with Shem Balbus. It was a nice talk. And I'm glad that now I have you here, Kobe, because you are the founder of the band.
Thank you for having me.
As I said, the last time that I had contact with the band was for the All as One album. Excellent album. I played a lot. I like it a lot. And then the Some Prophets came. So what do you want to remember to that album? Because it's been a while, since 2018.
Unsung Prophets and Dead Messiahs was bringing me to a point that I met a huge depression because the concept of the album speaks about the allegory of the cave by the Greek philosopher Plato. And the story of this album coming from the Middle East, trying always to find the solution to the problems, to the harsh reality, to the war, to the death that is surrounding us from all over. That album was dealing with the fact that we have a solution. But the biggest problem is that people do not want to take it. If you look at history, Jesus Christ, he was killed. Mahatma Gandhi was killed. Martin Luther King was killed. Che Guevara was killed. Rabin, the prime minister of Israel, was killed. And if you go back to Platon, Socrates, the big philosopher of Greek, was killed. Everyone that tried to take us out of the cave is always ending up on the cross or being shot. And this is a very depressing conclusion. So I always wonder, where shall I take it from here in our next album? And I don't see anything but depression. Probably I'm younger than you. I'm 48, but it seems like that the more we reach to this age, we see that nothing really changes, and
Right.
it's even going worse. So it's a very important album in our career, but it's also an album that got me in a corner that I don't know where to go from here, otherwise than depression and desperation.
So after that album, you guys have the most recent I saw from Orphan Land was the live album, Heaven You Might Create, 2023. Let us know something about album.
Well, we celebrated the 30-year anniversary of the band during the COVID-19 pandemic. And we got this offer to make an album with an orchestra, to rearrange some of the classic songs again together with the classic orchestra. It was a great idea, and we had the biggest headline shows we ever did in our career in front of 2,500 people. It was a very nice experience, and it turned out to be a very nice album. The album was released while the recent war was already on in our region. So the title, A Heaven You May Create, which is a word that we use in our songs, became so, relevant as always. And it's really great to release the 30th anniversary album, but it's so depressing to live in the Middle East and to see that nothing changes. So it's a mixed feeling all the time.
And now let's talk about the present. Are you guys working in a new studio album? Or how the things are going?
Yeah, after we release the live album, we should definitely move into the next thing, which is the new album. I'm still thinking these days, I'm sharing with you my thoughts and depression, and I still think that what shall we do? How shall we do it? Because Orphaned Land had always been a band that spread light and hope and friendship
You
and those positive messages. And I feel now that I have nowhere else to go except to this darkness. And I still think, how should I do it? Or where shall I take it from here? This is the topics that I'm dealing with, because once I will figure it out, the music will come from everyone and we will know how to fix this puzzle. So I guess this will happen this year and the next year, and then you could expect probably a new album.
Well, let me tell you something. At least you are able to travel. You know, you're gonna come back to Colombia in 3 weeks, and that's happiness from us. You know, the war and the situations are different in every country, and let me tell you, more depressing than being in Colombia, where Colombians are killing Colombians, is not nothing else, bro. I cannot even understand that. You know, it's the worst for me. It's the worst because it's brothers killing brothers in the same country. You know, so music is an escape, brother. So that's why you are there with your band to forget about it. You know, I didn't even watch the news on all that because it's bad vibe for me. So what I do is prepare my radio shows the best I can, do the best interview as I'm doing with you, and to enjoy the happiness to be alive, and that we are not part of that. You know, the rockers, the metalheads, we are not part of that. We are looking forward to be united and to have a good time and be good human beings, you know. So hey, I want to give you that good vibe because you deserve it, Kobi. You are a great guy, as you said. Your knowledge, your goal is peaceful. You know, is something important for the humanity. I'm glad with that, and we thank you.
Thank you for saying that. It's very important for me to hear that, because you know, we are all human. If you are a musician or a writer, it doesn't make you perfect, or it doesn't make you safe from feelings and from this stuff. And the latest times were very hard for us. I can't wait actually to have the shows, because we need the shows maybe more than the crowd need the shows.
Right.
Because we come from war, and what you said is true. The brothers that are killing brothers, after you and me will gone, the music will stay here.
That's right.
The music of Victor Jara will stay here, the music of Orphaned Land will stay here, the messages will stay here, and maybe one day people will embrace it, and it will be the soundtrack of a great world.
I was going to ask you about the relationship in the band. You know, are you guys doing right? Are you guys safe? How the things are going?
We are in contact, and things are going well, except spiritually. You know, spiritually, the war takes us really down. You know, after what happened in October 7th, and then the war started, we played 2 shows in Tel Aviv in December, and I never had shows like that in my life. It was like a crying session. All the crowd was crying. Some songs we didn't play. The crowd didn't want us to play the song All Is One, for example. Imagine songs that the crowd liked. They told us, please don't play this one. Don't play the song Brother. I'm listening to music ever since I was a boy.
Yeah.
But I realized in December more than ever the power of music, because we took those people literally from the floor or from a pit, and we picked them up. And we feel this feeling of responsibility that we need to be here, and the crowd need to be here for us, and we will keep each other and help each other and make a therapy.
How long is going to take that tour, and which cities are you going to visit?
In total, together with the traveling, it's going to be 13 days. We will visit Chile, and we will play in Brazil, in Sao Paulo, and we will play in Colombia, of course, and in Mexico, and in Costa Rica. We have 2 shows in Tel Aviv after we are coming back in the 24 and 25 of April. This is what we do, this is what we know to do, and this is who we are, and we will simply be ourselves and take the microphone and sing. This is what we know.
What do you want to tell to my listeners, you know?
I want to tell them that I missed them very much since the last time I met them, and that we are looking forward to play those shows. We need those people in Colombia to come and to make this therapy session, the way you called it. And I can't wait to meet you all once again.